boys and girls. How's everybody doing? Q here. Tonight I want to talk a little bit about the motorcycle life and maybe even the spirituality of riding a motorcycle, if you will indulge me. So, those of you who have watched my channel before know that I've bought and sold and traded in and sold and bought and parlayed, and for the last at least 6 years I've been working on buying and selling motorcycles, and I've come to a point where I have these three. I've got the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. I have a BMW R18 Classic, which the bank currently owns. I don't own this one, but I'm working on it. And I have this absolute hoot of a bike, this Husqvarna Svartpilen 401. And so, the Svartpilen, this is my little scrambler bike, go in the dirt. And this little sucker's fast too. If I want to go fast, this is the bike. In fact, as soon as I wear out these Pirelli tires, which have been great, by the way, particularly in the dirt, a lot of confidence. But I'm going to go with something a little more street biased, and turn this a little bit into a Vitpilen. That's the cafe racer version of this bike. But I wanted, the upright bars, and I wanted the whole scrambler thing. But I'm going to go maybe a 70-30 tire on this, smooth this thing out a little bit. But it's just a rocket ship on a back road, carving up the turns. The R18 is all about this motor, just the liquid surge of power. This thing is great. And if you look at motorcycle vloggers, the successful ones, not me, but guys like Sean Kerr of SRK Cycles, or Stuart Fillingham, Old Man, and Mr. Darcy, and you look at the bike that they have, that they keep, it's this R18. It's all about that motor. This thing's kind of a pig in terms of handling. You really got to lean on those bars and crank this sucker to get it to turn, which I don't mind because I can hang off this thing and I'm perfectly happy with it. But it's not a good handling bike necessarily. The windshield's all screwed up. The buffeting problem on this guy was just horrendous. So I've got this custom windshield I cut down myself. If you can see the dimensions of this, I tinted it myself, and then I got this little wind deflector. But this setup here actually does work pretty well. I don't have much trouble with buffeting anymore. It's about as good as I can get it. And this thing is actually just the pure joy. It doesn't have the kick of the Svartpilen. It doesn't have that top end. It's just not as fast. But it is a mellow, lovely motor. And the looks of this thing are just, stellar. So I'm talking about, why I ride. Talking about riding. So when I get on one of these things, and I ride 50 miles a day, 50 to 100 miles a day. I try to get out every single day, and I rotate through the three bikes so that they don't sit. Each one of these gets ridden on a regular basis. And I can just get on one of these motorcycles, and there's a kind of bliss, a kind of zoning out that you can do on a bike, where the whole world opens up to you. Because there's no roof over your head, you're not in a car, you're not in a cage, and the sky is open to you, and left and right, and you're just going down the road towards the horizon. It's particularly around sunset. Oh my God, it's so beautiful, it's so peaceful, it's so relaxing. And I think the theory is, my theory anyway, is it occupies the part of my brain that would normally be worrying about everything. Well, that part is busy keeping me alive on two wheels, right? Looking out for other cars. I think that's what's going on. It occupies part of my brain. The rest of it is just thoughts flowing by. And it's very zen. I think it's my meditation, to tell you the truth. And for those of you who don't know, I don't talk about this. Who talks about their personal life, right? But I have a son. He's visually impaired, which is the fancy way of saying the kid's pretty much blind. You know, he certainly can't ride a motorcycle. He can't get a driver's license. And we got him a job, which we hoped would be his dream job. He's graduated college, and he got a job with the federal government in the VA. And he was there 6 months, and they canned him. They said, you have a future, but it isn't here. And I'll tell you, when something happens to your kid, when your kid gets hurt, I feel it 10 times when my kid gets hurt. But you know, life goes on, man. It goes on. So we've been miserable for 2 weeks. You know, we've all had a good cry about it. We've all seen this dream go up in smoke. Well, so what? You know, look at success and failure and recognize those two imposters for what they are. We're fine. And maybe these motorcycles are cheating. maybe this is cheating, having these 3 bikes to ride. But it gets me through it. We're gonna be fine. And if you got anything out of this, God bless. Thanks for watching. And bye for now. Oh, and I got a haircut. I actually got a real haircut. And I cleaned up this pigsty of a garage, so there isn't a pile of crap in the middle of the garage anymore.